In a world where social media reigns supreme, these players will use everything they have
I am here
to influence their way to the top.
The Circle is back for season 3 with many new twists and turns like never before. Hey guys, and welcome back to another shared news. We have all the details you need to know about The Circle season 3 and some potential spoilers if you didn't see the episodes. But before we get into it, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you never miss out on any future videos. As always, I am your host, Zachary Reality, and I am also a huge Circle fan, and season 3 has premiered this week with 4 new episodes, and we are going to dish. This season came out with a brand new group of people full of big personalities and catfishes. There is a gay guy named Matt who's now playing his lesbian BFF Ashley, who's now bisexual. There's 2 sisters, Ava and Chanel, who are wearing the biggest fur coats we've ever seen and have huge personalities. Sophie is playing her straight older sister. And of course, there is Michelle. What I love so much about The Circle is that there is so many different personalities and races and religions and people part of the LGBT community. So it's really like a big group of misfits. It's not like any other show where there's just like everyone's good looking, everyone's the same. Like The Circle really brings in all of these different personalities. And if you've never seen the show before, it is a social experiment. They put 8 to 10 people in separate private apartments, and the only way they are allowed to communicate is through chat rooms. So they can only really see each other's pictures and whatever they put into the chat, and you don't know who is a catfish or who is themselves, and you have to figure that out by going through various challenges, being isolated in an apartment, and voting people off every single week, voting for an influencer every week who's gonna make your decision. So let's get into season 3 because we have multiple Michelles in the mix. So The Circle came out with a new twist this season where the first person eliminated, who was Ava and Chanel, the sisters, would get a second chance to come back in the game and clone one of the players. Now, Ava and Chanel, they thought about who they should clone, and they decided to clone Michelle since she was ranked lowest during the first initial rating. So Ava and Chanel came back into The Circle as Blue Michelle, and they were trying to convince everyone that they were the real Michelle, while Orange Michelle was the actual real Michelle. And it was up to the rest of the Circle crew to figure out which Michelle was which, and they had to vote based on who they thought was real and who they thought was fake. And very unfortunately, Orange Michelle ended up getting voted out. They didn't believe that it was actually her. So justice for Orange Michelle, because no one really wants to be cloned. That is such an evil twist, but I also loved how masterfully Ava and Chanel did the twist. They really knew how to kind of push Orange Michelle's buttons. And I also feel like Orange Michelle kind of choked a little bit because she was so, I guess, intimidated and blindsided that someone pretended to be her. So that was her downfall, but she also was set up to fail because no one obviously expected to be cloned. And what I love so much about The Circle is that once you're eliminated, you get the option to go see another player before you leave the game officially. And Orange Michelle obviously went to Blue Michelle's room to confront her and see who was behind who was cloning her. And luckily Orange Michelle understood that it's a game and things happen, but it was just a little messy. But there also is some other amazing players in the game. There's some strategists. I think that Kai has a really great personality and a great chance to win. She was initially ranked the top influencer for the first 2 votes. So Kai is in a really good position. However, do we think she's too popular too quickly? Because during The Circle or any game like Survivor or Big Brother, you want to stay somewhat under the radar. And with Kai being so popular so quickly, will she be able to ride that out throughout the rest of the game? There also is Roxana, who is an Indian American little person. She has a form of dwarfism, and she is not letting that stop her from winning The Circle or just being herself. She has a really awesome personality as well. I think she is in a good standing right now because she's kind of friends with everyone, but she's also still low key. Daniel is the youngest on the cast. He has a very over-the-top personality. He describes himself as that bitch, which we really love. But Daniel, unfortunately, I think he made a little bit of a mistake because he reached out to Roxana during episode 3 or 4, I believe, and was asking for advice, saying he was homesick. And I feel like he almost opened up a little bit too much and was too vulnerable. And I think when you're playing The Circle, you need to be on your game at all times. So yes, you want to open up to people, but you also always want to make sure that you are like, you know, on top of your and I feel like he just kind of folded a little bit. And I'm sure it's hard to be away from home, especially when you're the youngest player in the game, but I'm worried about him because I really love his over-the-top personality. My personal winner pick is actually going to be Matt, who is playing his lesbian friend Ashley. He has a really good storyline so far. He's opened up about how he's come out of the closet and how it was really hard for him and his family, but he's also playing a really low-key game. He's playing kind of the middleman role, and we haven't seen a lot of him in regards to airtime. And I guess just because I've watched reality TV for so long, I kind of feel like whoever is so popular right off the bat, that will kind of fade out, and like the real winner of the show is gonna kind of emerge midway through the season. And I feel like Matt has a good head on his shoulders. He knows his game, and I have him as my winner pick, but obviously that could change. You never really know. There's so many awesome players. There's so many catfishes, so many twists and turns. The Circle is going to be on Netflix every single Wednesday. They're going to be dropping 3 to 4 episodes a week. So let me know in the comments, who is your favorite so far? Who is your winner pick? What do you think of the first few episodes of The Circle? That is everything I have to share with you guys today. So before you go, comment down below what you guys think. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell because we'll be back with more reality TV Circle videos. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality. My social media handle is on the screen right now. Come over, let's talk all things The Circle. And that is all I have. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Circle bye.